I'll be back in an hour.
Holy shit, look at those palm trees are on fire. Oh boy, there's a brush fire there. Palm trees are on fire. I wonder what happened there.
Hello, welcome Money Mobbing Mondays fans. How's everyone doing? Everyone having a good day? I just wanted to shoot this video because I was in Sequoia National Forest, right above Lake Isabella. That is the Kern River to the left of me. On that little trail I'm starting off, to the left of me, right past that road, there's a Kern River just raging. Crazy, the mighty Kern, just killing it. Tried some fishing, tried some camping, definitely did some drinking, did a lot about everything. It was a good time. I had to do some dirt biking early in the morning. It was real fun. This dirt road, man, just going out, having a good time. I saw a lot of interesting scat marks. A lot of it was from cows. I saw some deer up there. I didn't see any bear scat, so I don't think we have to worry about any brown bears or black bears coming in this neighborhood. But as you can see, this is gorgeous. Gorgeous scenery, just beautiful area. Just beautiful. Roughly around 7:30 in the morning. Should have got there at least an hour earlier, just to be nice, a little easier on everything, on me as well, because the heat wasn't that bad though. Heat probably had to be about 85 degrees the whole day, maybe 90 in pure sun. In the shade, it was easily 75. When the wind kicked up, definitely 75. No more than 80 degrees in the sun, in the shade. But yeah, I just had to throw this video at you. Man, it was a good time out here. I'm definitely gonna go back in August. Just riding around, just enjoying everything. Just trying to go around, just see some nice trails. Just going left and right, up and down, seeing what you can find. I found a couple of interesting things. First of all, I found a bee farm. So they have bee farms up here, and I guess it's for local honey supply, and also to recoup the bee population that's been dying over the past 10, 20, 30 years or whatever. So over this video, I got a couple of bee farms out here, and I got a couple of interesting definitely interesting shots of just mountains, and nothing really crazy with wildlife, just a couple of cows. There is free range cattle around here, so they have good Angus beef. If you are beef eaters, they got some free range organic beef going around and stuff like that. So it's just good times. But it's good to bring out the kids here. If you're up in the Sequoia National Forest area near Lake Isabella, there's great dirt biking up there. The further north you go, the more wilderness it gets. So the more redwood trees, all that. If you go near Johnsondale, is it Johnsonville? Johnsondale. Anyway, if you go near Johnsondale, which is past where I'm in the North Fork area of the Kern River. So if you go up in the North Fork area where the two rivers meet, that's off the 99 highway. And Johnsondale's a little past Road's End. So if you go back there, past that, anything north of that, you're going to see a lot of redwoods, coastal redwoods, oaks. You're going to see all these type of different type of trees that are just massive. Down here in the southern area, southern valleys, I call it, it's a lot easier. It's a lot less trees, a lot more pasture. You can definitely see that the pasture life up here is it's a little bit tougher. Obviously, the grass ain't that green on this side. That's not that much moisture in this valley, but the further north you go, anything past Johnsondale, you're really going to get a really green valley. So just keep that in mind. Beautiful trails, beautiful weather, nothing really crazy. I had a really good time up there. Family had a good time. I would say the biggest thing, it's Johnsondale. It is Johnsondale. Anyway, so anytime you go in that neighborhood, you're going to get a lot of crazy wilderness. You're going to get a lot of crazy bugs, especially right now. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, man, you can bring the family up here. You can have a good time, have a picnic, have barbecues. As long as you clean up your trash when you leave, you can have some really good adventures. Now, when I say camping-wise, I don't know if you can camp out here. This might be private land. Probably not. There was no fencing. There was no signage. That thing said no trespassing. It looked like a bunch of people, just rode up here. There's a couple of passageways and stuff like that. So I don't see why not. You cannot camp. I don't see why you can't camp. But I would ask the ranger before doing anything like that. Maybe you can go camping further in the mountain, because these trails, a couple of them that were heading north and south that I was on, I just wanted to stay near the road because I was only going to be gone for an hour or so in the morning. But they have a lot of trails that were just heading east. I'm talking about just straight east into the mountains, and you could easily get lost up there. So it'd be something that I definitely want to explore on the way back. Next time when I go out in August, definitely want to do that. But just had a good time out here. When it comes to learning and bringing the family, I think it's a good place. Kern, the Kern River trails, as I'm going to call them. Just a lot of good trails around here. You can camp pretty close to the trails and just put everything on a truck, take it out to this dirt open lot, and just empty them out and just go trail riding for an hour, 2 hours, whatever. If it's early in the morning, you're not going to get a lot of sun because you have the mountains to the east. If it's late in the afternoon, anything past 6, you're not going to get a lot of sun because of the mountains. You're in a big valley. There's mountains to the east and to the west of you, so it's good for any time you're just going out and hanging out and having a good time. I would say this, when you're riding the later months, like I know August, September, October, it's going to be hot as crazy. So it's going to be hot, it's going to be insane, it's going to be nice, but at the same time, just plan accordingly, because these trails out here, they can be vicious. They can be extremely vicious. So just having a good time, just enjoying everything, enjoying the scenery. CRF to 250L did it extremely well, nothing crazy. Definitely that new sprocket kit's going to be helping out when I get that installed very, very soon, especially going up a little hill. I could see first struggling a little bit, had to keep the RPMs a little higher, but it is what it is. Had to walk it up a couple times, but besides that, it did pretty well. Nothing crazy. The tires are amazing. The Karoo 3s in the front were excellent. The Shenko the E805s in the back were amazing. Nothing that was really just out of my mind. Just, oh my God, this is a horrible time. It's bad, bad riding. It's all nice and easy, but of course it's all fire roads. These are all trails, paved and stuff like that. Now, I did a little bit of single track, and the single track was pretty good. Obviously I went off the beaten path when I did the single track, but it is what it is, man. You kind of have to find the adventure sometimes where you're going, and I took a fire road a little the wrong way, in my opinion, and it dispersed, and I just kept on going. I thought I was going to hit the road again, but no, I didn't. So I had to turn around and go all the way back. But it is what it is. Had a good time though. I had a real good time. So I would recommend any first timers, this would be an excellent place to go riding. You can go camping, you can go fishing. You got the lake south of you if you want to go jet skiing, any type of boating activity. Good fishing as well, just not trout, because in the Kern River, a lot of trout. And the river was flowing, so if you didn't have a good fishing setup, it's going to suck out there. You're going to catch a lot of ross, snag a lot of the things, so just keep that in mind. But the trout is good eating, very good eating out here, especially if you get fish tacos, some of the skillet, extremely delicious. Now, I would say anything besides that, besides the fishing and besides the river, it's just a really good place to hang out. Like I said, the mornings kind of stay nice and cool until about 8 o'clock when the sun hits over the mountains. For the evenings, around 6 o'clock, that's when the sun dies down and everything just cools off. But between, I would say, about 8:30 and 6 o'clock, it's going to be piping hot out here, because we are in a valley and you're in the southernmost part of the Sequoias. So it's a lot more chaparral desert-like. It's not really wilderness, not that many redwoods like I was saying earlier. So just keep that in mind. Excellent place to go to teach, excellent place to have a good time. The trails ain't that crazy. I wasn't going that fast, just enjoying putting around and just having a good time and just not getting too insane out here. But definitely challenging myself. I do ride by myself here and there, since no one else in my group has a dirt bike. So hopefully in August I'll come out with a group and we can push this a little longer, take the kiddies out, and they can have a good time as well. But as you see, man, there's massive amounts of valleys, hills everywhere, and if you really want to get crazy, you can definitely start heading north and get a lot crazier with the terrain and stuff like that. I don't know about any single tracks, but I know a lot of the Jeep trails out here, when you go further north, you can camp off a Jeep trail. You got to pack your own food in, you got to pack your own food out, and when you waste, you have to dig a hole, and it can't be within 25 feet of a river or stream, any type of water source. Same for cooking, same for sleeping, and same for having your fire. Everything got to be at least 25 feet away from any water source, just so we don't pollute the river as excessively as possible. But we do pollute because we are humans. That's what we do best. But most of the environment can take our pollution and can work with it. But if we just insane amounts of numbers just polluting everywhere, then it's going to be a bad time. So just keep that in mind, and have a good time. I'll leave the video on for a little bit longer, but thanks again. Yeah, I'm in the Sequoia National Forest, north of Kernville, which is right off the Kern River. Kern River feeds into Lake Isabella, which is the North Fork. The South Fork would be anything south of Lake Isabella, but here in pretty much central Southern California, still heading up north and just having a good time in the Sequoia National Forest. I hope everyone enjoyed the video, and tell me what you think, tell me what you like, and we'll shoot out from there. But that's a nice view right there. As you see, the river's right down straight ahead. There's campsites, there's everything out there, and people just having a really good time out here, enjoying. Not that many dirt bikes, but I did see a lot of dirt bikes at the same time. Most people were hauling them in and out. Not that many dirt bikes on the trail. But I don't know, man. I rode in a Sunday morning environment. I don't think anyone was up Sunday morning because everyone was partying on Saturday night. But that's life on the mountain, I guess. So anyway, have yourself a good one. Enjoy, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.